Peace. So right now we're at Saving Our Babies, which is an independent school that's been around for the past 10 years. That school has been ran by the Queen Umi. She's been around the culture for the past like 10 years herself as well. And in that time frame, when she came to New York, she's been able to build and create a space for the children. It's serving through a K through 5 at the moment right now. And I've been working there since last summer, 2024. When I first got there, I was doing a music production program. So I was having the kids make beats on my laptop. I was showing them different instruments, how to arrange, how to compose, and also a little bit of mixing, but we didn't get into that much lately.
Peace. My name is Umineefa Beautiful Earth. I got Knowledge Itself October 31st, 2010 in Atlanta, Georgia. Relocated here in New York City 13 years ago, but I got Knowledge Itself in Atlanta. My educator, C. Wise, he's from New Jersey. He's the person who gave me my Supreme Mathematics, and that very year is when I took the teachings of the culture very seriously and knew that I wanted to implement them in my life. That very year that I did, start studying the lessons and got 120, I started a lunar cipher in Atlanta. I've always been drawn to working with children. And so I created a lunar cipher in Atlanta, Georgia as a single earth, just primarily pre-adolescent girls. We had group meetings weekly, and then it became monthly. And then I also was tutoring the gods and earths at a local library in Atlanta, Georgia for their GED testing. So I was building, and then I met my God online and decided to take that relationship seriously and ended up relocating permanently here to New York.
That's peace, that's peace. So what made you want to start a school out here?
7 months after relocating to New York City, I was bearing life. And as a mother already, I already had adult children. I knew that I wanted to do this journey differently with having knowledge itself and, having a baby with a God. And we were going to do things a lot differently than the first time for he and I. So having adult children and having knowledge itself, I knew that I definitely wanted to homeschool. I knew I definitely wanted to not vaccinate and nurse and do all the beautiful holistic things as a mother that I really didn't get a chance to do as a younger mother. And so that journey with knowing that I wanted to do or be a different mother, kind of a mother this time, just kind of transitioned into a business. So knowing that I was going to homeschool and knowing that I was going to do things a lot differently, I began to teach my daughter at home, and another sister that lived across the street, it was time for her to go back to work, and she had a little girl and needed care and asked me if I would be able to teach her alongside my daughter, and they were only 4 months apart. Then another sister who's an educator, she needed care, and so she brought her daughter to me, and I had 3 little girls in my apartment teaching them. Then another sister came. So now I got 4 children and I'm outgrowing my space. So I knew I needed to do something on a bigger level, on a wider scale. And so I created that. I went back to school and got my bachelor's degree. I ended up creating a nonprofit organization here in New York City, and created that nonprofit as an arts and cultural center with tax exempt status, with the educational initiative program, and then I was able to move out of my apartment with the children into a public space. So now I have my first actual classroom in a public space, and instead of the 4 children, I'm able to teach 7. So I ended up with a 250 square foot business suite that was at the bottom, the basement level of a tenement building. So there were other people who had businesses in these small little suites, and there was this bathroom down the hall that everyone was supposed to share, but I have children and we can't share a bathroom with adults that I don't know. So I created in that small classroom, which may have been about the size of the room that we're in now, a little small kitchen in the corner with a toaster oven and a little apartment fridge, and then a divider in that corner with 2 potty chairs and a portable sink that held 6 gallons of water for hand washing. And I taught those children for 2 years in that classroom. We outgrew that space. And now we're here in this space with 20 children and 4 classrooms and a full backyard and 2 floors and 2 bathrooms. And so the mission is definitely growing. The families are returning families. It's very difficult for me to even take new families now, according to the space that we have, because this, they want to keep coming back, and the children have actually grown with me. So children that my daughter was learning with at 4 years old, they're going to 6th grade next year. So that lets you see the intention behind the parents wanting this kind of an educational experience for their children, and how that's growing and it's actually working.
If Mecca did this.